strategies. So these are your indicators. So the kind of two terms get used interchangeably, objective variables or your indicator variables. So these are the ones that you want to use to judge whether your interventions have been successful. So these are examples from the MERIT project, and the MERIT project was focused on water. So we saw one earlier about deep groundwater quality, but then from other models that they built, river outflow, metered water consumption, water supply deficit. So those are the things that they want to see if they change as a result of the interventions. And then the interventions that we talked about, which are the management options. Again, they use those two terms interchangeably. And so these are your things that you want to implement in your system. And again, there are some examples from the MERIT project about the kinds of interventions that they were using. And then the next thing in terms of indicators are these intermediate factors. So these are the factors that link through from your objectives, your the sort of indicators that you want to look at in terms of how they might change, and the interventions, those management options that you want to implement in your system. So they don't connect to each other directly, they affect each other through intermediate variables. So you need to think about the kinds of intermediate variables that will link those two things together in your system. And then there are controlling factors. So they are factors that influence the system in some way, but which you can't control. So things like rainfall or soil type, for example. So those will be in there, but you can't necessarily change them or affect them in any way. And then there are these higher level implementation factors. So these are factors